Meet my new friend Justin. Justin is an actor and content creator from the Philippines. Although he was born and raised there, his roots trace back to China, giving him a rich cultural heritage and a unique perspective shaped by two countries. Make sure to check out Justin's content, links below. Justin and I had a really fun conversation. We talked about the influence of English in the Philippines, what it was like growing up Chinese Filipino, how he navigates his cultural identity, the differences between China and the Philippines, and so much more. I hope you guys enjoy the video.
Matagal ka rin gumagawa ng content, 'di ba?
Yeah, I think nag-start ako mga 2021. Basta pandemic yun eh. Like a lot of people, ang dami kong, siguro like coping mechanism na rin yun for whatever was happening during the pandemic. And I mean, nagko-content na rin naman ako before pandemic eh. Like Facebook, Instagram, mostly Instagram actually. But then yun nga, nag-boom yung TikTok during the pandemic, so might as well go into that. It's funny kasi you got into the Filipino thing. I got into the Japanese thing. That's how I got my first audience kasi. So I literally used to teach Japanese kasi. That was, initially, it's just to make content para ma-refresh yung Japanese mo. Alam mo yun eh. If you don't use it, you lose it, right? When you're dealing with languages, right? So you have to constantly use it. That's why I used to make content for that. People started asking me about stuff and I started my own language program. Taught like 40 plus people over the course of the pandemic. So that was pretty cool. And doon nanggaling yung first audience ko. But now I just do lifestyle kasi nagbago na yung attention span ng mga tao kasi.
Pero hindi ko alam na marunong ka palang mag-Japanese. Ilang salita ang kaya mo?
Generally, kaya ko nang tumira sa Japan eh. So, like, medyo not native per se. Mas conversational. Like, day-to-day. Like, I can order, can have conversations in Japanese. Pero kung masyado nang malalim, doon na ako medyo mahihirapan.
Tsaka yung mga ibang salita na kaya mo, ano sila?
Chinese. Pero Chinese naman kasi yung family ko. Bata pa lang ako, parang tinuturo na sa akin. And dalawang Chinese yun eh. There's Mandarin, which is common mother tongue ng Chinese. I'm not from China. I was born and raised here. Pero ancestors ko, kumbaga. Tapos Hokkien, it's like a dialect of Chinese. And a lot of Filipino-Chinese families dito speak Hokkien din eh. So, 4? Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Marunong ka rin mag-English, di ba?
Yeah. English, Tagalog, the 2 Chineses, tapos yung Japanese. I'm learning Korean now.
Wow, ang dami yun. Polyglot ka na. Pero anong pinakaunang salita mo? Kasi sabi mo na Chinese yung mga magulang mo, di ba? So, yun ba yung ginagamit niyo sa bahay dati?
No, actually. Parang recently ko lang sila kinakausap in China. Nagulat nga sila kasi pure English ako before. As in, may mga bata kasi na tinatawag Inglesero. Alam mo yun, like, they grew up, tapos English lang yung pinaka-language na gamit nila with their parents. Kaya English lang din yung mga bata. Pero, ganun ako before. As in, sobrang English lang yung pagpapalaki sa akin. So, English ako parate. Pagdating ko sa school, dun na ako na culture shock. Kasi, not because Chinese ako, because nagtatagalog lahat. And I'm like, oh no, I need to learn. Ganun. So, napilitan ako mag-Tagalog.
Kaya kahit taga-ibang bansa yung mga magulang mo, magaling din sila mag-English?
No, actually, second, third generation na kasi ako eh. So like, their parents were from China, their great-grandparents were from China. So kahit sila born and raised na dito. So very, very localized na.
Hindi sila marunong mag-Tagalog?
Marunong sila mag-Tagalog. Like, they grew up here din kasi. So basically, they're Filipino na rin.
Have you ever wanted to learn Tagalog but just didn't know where to start? Let me help you with my beginner's Tagalog course. Between 2 volumes, this course includes 18 structured video lessons designed to walk you through the basics of Tagalog one step at a time. Plus, you'll also get lifetime access to PDF vocabulary sheets to help you review and retain what you learn. I made this course because I know how hard it can be to find high-quality Tagalog learning materials. I built the resource that I wish I had when I started. Ready to learn? Check the first link in the video description below to get started. Now, back to the video.
Kung Pilipino yung mga magulang mo, Pilipino ka rin, ipinang-anak kayong lahat sa Pilipinas, bakit hindi sila nagtatagalog sa'yo nung bata ka pa?
I think siya, paano ba? Initially, well, yung ideal kasi sa kanila Hokkien. So, yung pagpapalaki sa akin, I guess like, it's a culture, I don't know actually. I should ask my parents. Pero, I guess, One reason is yung sister ko kasi was born with a hearing impairment. Kaya parang English yung turo sa kanya. And pagdating sa akin, para may I don't know, yun yung sinasabi sa akin ng mga kapatid ko. I don't know if it's a joke or not. The reason why ganun nga yung pagpapalaki English para makausap ko rin yung kapatid ko. I don't know. I don't think that's real. Pero, I mean, it's a thing that happens here eh. Like, maraming kids na from different backgrounds, pero English talaga yung I guess like it's considered an advantage kasi if we speak English in the Philippines. Kaya ganun din yung pagtuturo sa mga bata.
Pero parang disadvantage din yun kung hindi kayo marunong mag-Tagalog, diba? Sa Pilipinas.
On a day-to-day, oo. Pero honestly naman, almost everyone knows how to speak English here naman. Not great English, pero have the ability to speak. It's very foreigner-friendly kasi nga marunong mag-English halos lahat. So,
lagi kong nakikita yun dito sa Canada, diba? Kasi maraming Pilipino, tsaka pag may anak na sila dito sa Canada, minsan English lang yung gamit nila. So, kahit Pilipino yung lahi nila, hindi sila marunong mag-Tagalog kasi English lang yung gamit nila sa school. Minsan Tagalog din o Bisaya o kahit anong ibang Filipino language sa bahay. Pero pag mas marami yung exposure nila sa English, sa labas, sa mga kaibigan nila, parang Englishero din sila. Akala ko mas madalas yun kasi English dito sa Canada, maraming English talaga. Pero meron pa pala ganun sa Pilipinas.
Yeah,
kagaya sa inyo.
Yeah. I mean, English is the universal language right now, diba? So, actually, yun nga nung grade school, I specifically remember kasi ako yung inelect na treasurer ng class ko. The job of the treasurer is not, like, you'd think what the hell does a first grader do as a treasurer, diba? Pero may drive kasi kami na like every time someone speaks Tagalog, they give you like 25 centavos. I was the one to collect those things. So, parang you're not incentivized to speak Tagalog. You're actually punished for it. Kaya medyo weird lang yun actually now that I think about it. Pero yun nga, they were really instilling na parang English only, ganun.
Para sa mga magulang mo, anong unang salita nila? Yung gamit nila sa mga magulang nila, sa mga kay
Hokkien.
lola, kay lolo?
Hokkien. As in yung
Hokkien talaga.
Dialect nila.
Kaya sabi mo na medyo mahirap sa'yo pagdating mo sa school kasi wala kang alam sa Tagalog tsaka bigla nagtatagalog sila. Paano ka natuto?
It's not naman na wala akong alam sa Tagalog. It's more of hindi ko siya ginagamit. So like, alam mo yung that your tongue when you're young, hindi pa siya masyadong flexible. Like, I was used to speaking English like ever since ganito na. Pero when you shift languages, parang, alam mo yun, medyo awkward siya. So that's why parang may accent minsan na pagka konyo, ganun. It was an adjustment. It wasn't a super, super big adjustment naman. Pero alam mo yun, parang I had to make the conscious choice na, okay, Tagalog ako ngayon. Para I need to fit in kasi, diba? So,
anong age mo nun sa time na yun?
Ano yun eh, that was like preschool. So, I was around 4 at the time, I guess. Tapos parang, what the heck? Puro Tagalog dito. Sige, fine. Sige. Magtatagalog ako.
Bata pa talaga yun. Paano mo nakakita yung sarili mo sa native language mo? Parang English ka talaga o bilingual yung upbringing or trilingual o hindi ko alam yung tawag dyan.
I would call myself bilingual because like I'm native in both Tagalog and English. Tagalog nowadays is super modern eh. So like you cannot speak Tagalog without using a little bit of English. There's a lot of borrowed words kasi language evolves eh, diba? If you ask me, if you speak pure Tagalog, medyo makaluma na yun. Like, people won't understand you anymore. Like, if you watch those dramas from the 1970s na they speak real Tagalog, it's not used anymore, right? So, I would say I'm native kasi Taglish is generally Tagalog na nowadays eh. Tapos, English, of course. Yun yung first language ko, per se. But then Chinese, Japanese, they're just like learned languages that I can speak but I'm not super confident at.
Depende kung saan ka, diba? Meron mga probinsya kung saan sila nagtatagalog ng mas malalim. Kunyari, sa Bulacan daw, mas malalim yung Tagalog nila kaysa sa Metro Manila, kunyari.
Yeah, oo.
Nasa Manila ka ba?
Yeah, sa Manila ako. Like, I'm in QC.
Kaya sa mga tao, kunyari yung ibang lahi na nakatira na sa Pilipinas, na hindi marunong mag-English, hindi ko alam kung paano sila matututo mag-Tagalog. Kasi halo-halo talaga na, di ba?
As in, sa Pilipinas kasi ang daming, hindi nga dialects languages eh. Like, Bisaya is a totally different language. In Japan, they have a common tongue nga, which is Tokyo Japanese. So, no matter where you go, even if nagbabago yung dialect, and it changes a lot at some level naman nakakapag-communicate. anyone. Sa China, ang dami languages din eh. Sa Philippines, ang dami rin. So like, I don't understand Bisaya. And I know a lot of people na marunong sila mag-Bisaya dahil taga Cebu, taga Davao sila. They learned English as usual kasi Filipino education. They don't know Tagalog. And that's very interesting for me.
Meron ganun, diba? Pero sa tingin ko, minsan nakakaintindi sila ng Tagalog kahit iba yung language nila.
Yeah. Mas nakakapag-adjust yung mga Bisaya kasi Tagalog is the mother tongue eh.
Pero maraming foreigner na nasa Pilipinas, hindi marunong mag-Tagalog kasi kagaya ng sinabi mo, maraming English talaga. Halos lahat ng Pilipino marunong mag-English. Anong masasabi mo dyan? Dapat matuto sila mag-Tagalog o okay lang pag English lang?
As someone sa Philippines talaga, nakakasad kung hindi na ginagamit ang Tagalog, obviously. So, for me, maganda naman na mag-Tagalog ka. Pero, I think what's happening kasi lately, kasi nga, ang daming Western media, ang daming, sobrang globalized na kasi yung everything di ba? Netflix is there, YouTube is there. So, sobrang exposed tayo sa English. What's happening, medyo nadadilute yung Filipino language. To the point na, I don't think it's gonna vanish at any point in time naman. It's just gonna change to the point na parang, siguro dati 100% Tagalog. Ngayon, nasa 70-30 na. If it keeps getting diluted. I guess that's a question from me too. Do you consider that like a loss of a language? Mamamatay ba yung language? Or parang nag-evolve lang siya over time? Kasi I feel like ganun yung nangyayari. It's not dying, it's just evolving. Alam mo yun?
At normal din yun sa lahat ng languages, diba? Na nagbabago sila. Kahit sa English, nagbabago din. Maraming bagong salita. Taon-taon. Kaiba ng konti pag may influence ng ibang salita. Kasi kunyari sa English, usually English is doing the influencing. Diba? Kahit sa Germany o sa kahit anong bansa. But yeah, I don't know. It's normal and at the same time, you want to maintain a language. You don't want it to die. Nakakalito minsan sa Tagalog at
It's
English.
honestly a weird feeling nga eh. Kasi, alam mo yun, you speak Tagalog. Yun naman talaga. In my streams, because I stream, right? So, I speak Tagalog. In my vlogs, I speak Tagalog. Ewan eh, like in normal life, I guess with the people I hang out with, it's really mostly English din. Parang sprinkles of Tagalog here and there. But I think it really depends on the person eh. Like with the people they're surrounded with.
Para sa inyo sa bahay noon, bata ka pa, anong culture nyo? Filipino talaga? Kasi ipinanganak din yung mga magulang mo sa Pinas, sabi mo, diba?
Yeah. So, I have what I call, well, it's commonly referred to here as a Great Wall. Kasi nga Chinese ako, diba? The joke there is like, you can only marry into Chinese families. Like, yun lang yung approved. It's a protection of culture in a sense. Past generations, Chinese lang. As in, pure Chinese walang halo, ganun. It's a weird tradition, honestly, pero that's what's been happening. That's really just how it is. So, yung culture namin very Chinese pa rin. So, very different from Filipino cultures. We're still all about family. I guess you can say there's some Filipino influence there, pero at its core, very Chinese pa rin siya. Yeah. Culturally very Chinese, even though born and raised dito.
Pati yung kinakain nyo, Chinese food talaga.
Yeah. Actually, no. Now that you mentioned that, I never really thought about it kasi. So, yeah. So, I guess it's Chinese, mostly Chinese. Like, if any, the Filipino food that we make has more Chinese flavors rather than in Filipino, if that makes sense. Parang, I think my family is the only one that makes adobo with like star anise and pork belly. So it's kind of like a tongpo roast pork, but it's adobo. Alam mo yun?
Like a fusion, Chinese.
Yeah,
Filipino
kind of
fusion,
like that,
ganun.
kind of like that.
Tsaka important din yun sa mga magulang mo na Chinese talaga lahat ng partner mo.
Now, I think my generation's kind of the tradition breaker. So, like, now they're not as strict to me as, let's say, to my older siblings, right? But then my older siblings, like, adhere to culture naman. Pero, I guess my generation usually is the one that breaks the cycles and stuff like that. So, yeah, they're not as strict with me about those things anymore.
Pero anong trato ng mga Filipino sa'yo? Akala nila na kaiba ka kasi ibang lahi ka?
I guess yung pinakakakaiba lang is sometimes kung nag-order ako, in English din ako. Like, they don't assume I'm a local, tas magugulat sila na, like, native talaga ako dito ako lumaki. I don't think that's a unique experience to me kasi parang if you look a little bit foreign, parang i-Englishin ka talaga eh. Unless you speak to them in Tagalog and then ma-relieve sila, diba? So, trato, I don't think there's a huge difference naman. If any, they might actually be nicer to you kung mukha kang foreigner. But yeah, generally ganun naman.
Kaya pag nagtatagalog ka sa kanila, nagagulat din kagaya ng foreigner. Oh, wow, ang galing mo magtagalog. O paano yung reaction nila sa'yo?
It's not magaling ka pala magtagalog. Marunong ka pala magtagalog, buti na lang. Or parang natatawa na lang sila na parang nag-effort pa ako mag-English, marunong ka naman pala magtagalog. Ayun, mostly ganun.
Pero mamalaman ka agad nila na native speaker ka. Okay, Filipino ka pala.
Yeah, kasi I guess yung accent kasi Tagalog accent talaga siya. So you can pick it up right away na parang yeah.
Sa tingin ko, interesting naman sa Pilipinas kasi maraming iba't ibang lahi pero hindi kagaya ng Canada o sa US, diba? Mas homogeneous pa sa Pilipinas. Kaya sa tingin ko minsan yung mga Pilipino, pag meron silang nakikita na ibang lahi, kahit ipinanganak sa Pilipinas, akala nila, hindi yun Pinoy. Ibang lahi yun, diba? Foreigner yun. Napapansin mo rin yun sa buhay mo, hindi naman.
I think may fascination naman talaga yung mga Pinoy foreigners. I guess like, nakikita ko lang yung mga ganitong tao sa TV, ganun. Alam mo yun, yung daily life nila puro Filipino, very, they all look the same, diba? So when someone else comes in, I think yung mga artista nga rin ng Pilipinas, very, alam mo yun, maraming foreigner type na may half sila, at least mukha silang, there's this whole mestizo thing na parang kung maputi ka, parang kakaiba ka. So I think there's really a fascination with like Western culture, ganun. And I think ganun naman talaga, like, if you see someone that looks different, parang, uy, wow, you want to know more about them. So I think ganun talaga.
Curious talaga sila. Pero hindi ganun dito sa Canada, diba? Kasi maraming iba't ibang lahi, normal na yon. Maraming generations ng ibang lahi, diba? So walang curiosity dito. Pag iba yung itsura mo, wala na may pakialam.
How do you feel about that though? Do you feel like it's a good thing or hindi naman?
Maganda talaga kasi mahilig ako sa diversity na yon. Tingnan mo ako, natuto ako magtagalog dito sa Canada. Isang beses lang ako pumunta sa Pilipinas, 'di ba? Pero marunong ako magtagalog. So para sa akin parang benefit talaga yun para sa akin. Tsaka yung pagkain dito sa Canada, iba't ibang pagkain, Chinese food, Japanese food, Korean food, Filipino food, kahit ano meron. Kaya gusto ko yun. Yung nakita ko rin sa TikTok mo, ito yung nakakaiba sa iyo sa tingin ko, na may passport ka rin na Filipino, 'di ba? Maraming ibang lahi na walang passport kasi medyo mahirap makuha yun, 'di ba? So paano yung nangyari sa iyo tsaka sa pamilya mo?
I mean, Filipino citizens na rin naman yung parents ko by the time na pinanganak ako. Like, I think I saw naturalization papers ng dad ko. So probably siya yung second generation. Hindi Filipino citizens yung parents niya. Dad was born, I guess, I'm not sure what happened actually, pero naturalized yung dad ko, mom ko Filipino passport talaga. So I think it was just a natural thing na Pinoy din yung passport ko.
Pero sa mga ibang lahi, mahirap daw. Kasi walang birthright citizenship sa Pilipinas. Yun nga, 'di ba? Ano sa palagay mo? Dapat may birthright citizenship din sa Pilipinas?
You know, there is this one thing that came up na I think the states kasi is not allowing dual citizenship anymore. Suddenly, all these Filipino Americans were deciding, do they keep the Filipino passport or not? I feel like if you wanna be a Filipino citizen, go for it. You can go through the process and stuff. But personally, it's not a really strong passport din kasi. So if you really love the Philippines, then by all means go for the passport. I understand how people with like a Japanese passport and American passport would kind of have a difficulty deciding nga kasi they have access to a lot more countries with their passport. So it really depends. It's really more of a practical thing for me. But yun nga, if you live in the Philippines, you stay in the Philippines, it makes sense na meron kang government ID like that.
Lalo na sa mga tao kagaya mo na ipinang-anak sa Pilipinas, 'di ba? Kasi yun nga yung birthright citizenship. Kasi may kilala ako na ipinang-anak at lumaki sa Pilipinas pero wala silang passport kasi yung mga magulang nila taga ibang bansa. Sa tingin ko minsan yung isip ng Pilipino sa mga tao na yon, hindi sila Pinoy kasi walang passport, hindi sila taga Pilipinas. At officially, yon talaga yung stance ng Pilipinas, 'di ba? Pag walang passport, hindi sila taga Pilipinas. Pero yung tanong ko, kung hindi sila taga Pilipinas, taga saan sila? 'Di ba?
Man, sobrang complicated then. There's a whole third culture to that kasi na parang you're from another country, you're born and raised in another country. So tagasan ka talaga. And I feel like that's very hard for people who go through that din kasi. I guess at the end of the day kasi they have to decide kung ano yung identity nila eh. And it doesn't have to be stick to one, alam mo yun. You can be Korean, you can be Japanese, you can be Chinese, you can be from another country, you can stay here, you can be both. Na by blood you're this, by culture you're this. You don't have to choose, you're both. Ganun ka eh. But I feel like locally yung mga tao, they don't really care about your passport. If you're culturally Filipino, you're Filipino. Government different, so, of course, kasi passport mo yan eh. If you're not recognized as a Filipino, hassle yun kasi you have to get your visa renewed so you can legally stay in the Philippines. Philippines, diba? Ang hirap naman kasi kung hindi. Yeah, I can't imagine yung struggle kung ganun na parang I don't know how visas work like every 2 months babalik or something.
Sa tiyan ko, may visa sila. Hindi kailangan nilang umalis. Pero wala pang passport. So, parang permanent resident or parang ganon. Hindi ko alam yung tawag.
Right. I don't know din actually. And I'm from here.
Pero may passport ka, di ba? Kasi yung mga magulang mo, Filipino din. Kaya
Filipino yung passport
iba.
ko.
Nahirapan ka rin sa cultural identity mo, lalo na noon bata ka pa? O were you always able to kind of separate it in your mind?
That's a really good question because I was put in a Filipino-Chinese school. So we have these things here in it. Parang it's a Chinese school basically. So there's actually Chinese in the curriculum. So I learned Chinese language, history, culture, geography in school, literally. So I don't think I had the hard time, assimilating into the culture because it was already my culture. Na parang, I think the Chinese culture has historically been a part of the Philippines, like ever since the Spanish era. Ingrained na talaga siya. So I don't think it's that strong in terms of the being a third culture kid because I think Chinese has always been part of the Filipino culture naman talaga.
I mean, how is the relationship between China and the Philippines? Minsan, may mga tensions din sila, di ba?
The Philippines is a weird place na you have so many relationships with different countries because we've been colonized left and right, bro. So it's a weird relationship in the sense na I'm not super into politics kasi. Like I have a political stance pero like the current relationship with China, I feel okay naman eh. Like I think the tensions right now between China, Taiwan, China, Japan, Philippines is not really affected much, no? And it's really a question for me na parang what stance will our government take if ever, sorry for my language, if ever hits the fan. I don't know who because we have good relationship with China, we have good relationships with the States, and those are very opposing parties, right? So I don't know what's gonna happen, man.
Yun talaga yung gusto ko sa Pilipinas na maraming parang halo-halo talaga yung culture, diba? Spanish influence, Chinese influence, American influence, maraming iba't ibang language. Interesante talaga yung culture sa Pilipinas. Anong napapansin mo sa culture na Filipino? How would you describe Filipino culture? At anong mga pagkakaiba ng Filipino culture at Chinese culture?
Wait, I actually have to think for this. I guess my family might be more... Okay. Here's one. No? So my family, because like my aunt passed away like last month, right? So we've been going to the temple.
Sorry.
Yeah, thank you. Pero we've been going to the temple every week for like 7 weeks, right? So that's our thing. Eh. So I guess to show respect for our lost loved ones, Buddhist sila. So literally, the things you hear in movies na parang they chant all those things, we actually do. And I think that's super interesting kasi like you'd never see kasi very Christian Catholic kasi mga Filipinos, no? So religion, belief is different. Culturally, same naman eh, like very family oriented pa rin. I guess yun nga, kami were restricted on who we can date in the sense na ganun. And talagang screened talaga siya by our parents. Whereas all the Filipinos I know parang go lang kahit sino dyan. Paano pa ba? I find it hard kasi parang majority it's the same naman. It's not that different kasi. It's really just the preservation of the Chinese culture yung pinagkaiba, I feel.
Mas traditional yata sila sa culture nila.
Oh, here's one big thing. Mas tight yung immediate family. Whereas yung Filipinos, extended family mas tight. Kasi there's this thing, kasi at least sa amin na parang if you're female, if you get married into another family, parang binigay ka na. So you're part of that family na. You're still, parang may connection ka pa rin dito. Like you'll never lose that. Pero mostly immediate na talaga. So parang cousins, ganun. While you can be close with your cousins naman, it's really more about the immediate family rather than I think Filipinos mas tito, tita, they're all in the same place. Lolo, lola, their buong angkan nila, it's in one place. Not all families are like that, of course, pero a lot of families that I know, medyo ganun na parang isang compound buong pamilya nila. Whereas kami, immediate family, kanya-kanyang bahay talaga.
Nakapunta ka na ba sa China?
Yeah, I actually just came from there nung December. And it's been like, I think, 8 years since yung last punta ko. It's really nice now, actually.
Yeah, maganda daw. Maraming development, diba? In the last like 20 or 30 years, ang dami nangyari. Tsaka pag nasa China ka, may culture shock ka ba?
Honestly, this is what surprised me. Kasi again, it's been like 8-10 years since I last went to China, diba? Surprisingly, I felt super comfortable there. Since sobrang comfortable ko. Maybe because I spoke the language. Alam mo yung parang, usually kasi if I go to Japan, if I go to Korea, I know basic stuff in Korean. But yun nga, if I go to Japan, I have to calibrate my brain pa talaga na parang, alam mo yun, there's a switch na, okay, pure Japanese tayo, ganun. Sa China, natural lang na parang, I asked someone to help me carry the stuff sa airport kasi like we were a big family. So it was natural. It felt very natural. Ordering felt natural. Talking to people felt natural. Surprisingly, I was surprised. The people in China is super chill, and I really appreciated that. So culture shock, not much. People are very helpful. People are very nice.
Gusto ko talagang matutong mag-Mandarin. Kasi dito sa Vancouver, ang daming Chinese talaga. Useful talaga yun. At I took one Chinese class sa university dati, pero ang pangit talaga ng Chinese ko.
Chinese is hard, man. Sobrang
diba?
hirap talaga.
Yung tones, yung mga ganun. Hay nako. Pwede mo akong bigyan ng sample ng Mandarin tsaka Hokkien? Kahit simple lang.
你好，我是李汉全。我住在 Philippines, Manila. That's Mandarin. I literally just said like, hi, I'm Justin. I live in Philippines, Manila. Yeah.
Kaiba talaga sa Hokkien?
Wait lang. I'm not that good at Hokkien. Like I can understand. I always tell people na go ay hiao tiab wei hiao kong. I think it's closer to Cantonese in a sense na parang the language is a bit bouncier if that makes sense.
Iba talaga yung tunog.
Yeah, it's very different. It's very different. Like the characters are the same. Like if you write it down, mababasa mo siya in both in Mandarin and ano. Pero dude, Cantonese has 9 tones.
Grabe talaga yun. Di ko kaya.
Kung 4 lang yung sa Mandarin, Cantonese has 9. Kaya I can't speak Cantonese.
Mahirap yun. Tama na yung 4 tones. 9, masyado na yun, man. May paborito ka bang pagkain na Pilipino?
It's an even battle between tocino and sisig. Depende dun sa feel ko. Because like tocino is my favorite breakfast food. Like serve me tocino any day. I'm a happy person. Tapos sisig is a comfort food for me na if you had a long day, you just want something oily and delicious. Yeah. Sisig.
Oh my God. I completely agree with you. Yun talaga yung paborito ko. Pero yung tocino, ang sarap talaga.
Yeah. You like your sweet food too, it seems, no?
Oo. That's like very Filipino, diba? Yung mga sweet and savory. Alam mo, Canadian ako, Colombian yung asawa ko. Andito kami sa Canada. Kaya hindi naman ako kumakain ng maraming pagkain na Pilipino. Pero minsan, bumibili din kami ng tocino.
Nice.
Para sa breakfast.
So your wife likes Filipino food too?
Lalo na sa
that's
sa
nice.
tocino.
That's so nice, man.
Minsan lumalawas din kami sa mga Filipino restaurant at mahilig din siya sa yung mga pansit, adobo, yung mga ganon, yung mga classic, 'di ba?
Alam mo, dahil nga sa TikTok parang mas naging sikat yung Filipino food. Like there's a lot of people reviewing like adobo, sinigang. Every time I see every time I see like a foreign creator like raving about Filipino food, parang natutuwa ako. Ngayon parang what? Ang dami na nila. Like, ube is a thing now in the States apparently. It's a whole trend there. Kaya parang nakakatawa din. Tapos parang people actually sinasadya nila yung mga Filipino restaurants. Parang they use sinigang as a reference when talking about soups na. So parang, nice. Mas globalized na talaga siya.
Nakakatuwa nga kasi underrated talaga yung pagkain na Pinoy. Kasi mas onti yung alam internationally, 'di ba? Kumpara sa ibang pagkain, Thai food, Vietnamese food, kahit yung Malaysian food, mas mabenta yun abroad. Yung napansin ko, kahit dito sa Canada maraming Pilipino, 'di ba? Pero yung mga pumupunta sa Filipino restaurant, Filipino talaga sila. Hindi yung mga Canadian, 'di ba? At sayang talaga yun. Yung mga Canadian, wala silang alam. Pero I hope it gets better. Kagaya ng sinasabi mo na dapat Filipino food has its moment.
It really does. Chinese food, it's like Vietnamese and Thai food na hindi naman araw-araw mo kakainin. Like, if I were to put myself in the shoes of another person in Canada na parang, I'm not Filipino by blood, pero at some point, I want Filipino food. I go to a Filipino restaurant. Pero it kind of makes sense kasi na puro Pilipino yung nandun kasi like, it's their taste of home, alam mo yun. So, it kind of makes sense. Maybe takeout? Maybe mas maraming takeout na ganun.
Sana ganun.
Yeah, sana nga ganun. Na parang, let's get Chinese, let's get Filipino, diba?
Para sa'yo, pag may, meron nagtatanong sa'yo kung taga saan ka, anong sagot mo? Complicated ba yon o sasabihin mo kaagad na Filipino?
You mean like kung sa ibang bansa and people ask me where I'm from? Filipino, as in 100%. And usually they clock me din na parang, even if you're speaking to me in Chinese, I could tell you're Filipino. I'm like, okay.
O talaga ba? May accent ka na sa Chinese?
I guess sometimes it comes out. Kasi parang, again, habits ng tongue mo eh, no? So, I guess the way I speak mas Filipino siya. I can hide my accent if I really put effort into it, but why would you do that most cases, diba? So,
How about yung Philippine English? Kasi minsan meron akong nakikitang differences ng Philippine English tsaka yung English kunyari dito sa Canada o yung like neutral English sa ibang bansa.
may mga slang nga eh na, yun nga, CR, ano pa ba?
Batchmate, Filipino
Oh yeah,
na Filipino talaga
batchmate.
yun.
Traffic has a totally different meaning here. Like, ang traffic, sobrang traffic. In English, it's like, the traffic's bad, right? The traffic is a thing. But here, sobrang traffic, automatically assume na na the traffic's
Super
bad.
traffic. It's super
Yeah.
traffic.
Super traffic.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm late, super traffic.
Ano pa may pag rate din yung sinasabi ng mga Pilipino para sa sweldo para sa English yung how much you get paid, sabi nila rate.
Oh, is that not commonly used?
Wala, hindi dito sa Canada. Anong sinasabi namin dito para sa yun yung wage yata?
Well, I'm a content creator. I'm in entertainment, diba? So when a person inquires like to make a video, to appear in a show, how much is your rate is usually what they'd ask. So is that not
Tama. Sa mga content creation, tama yun. Pero parang yun, exchange of services.
Yeah,
diba?
exactly. So it's more of a freelancing thing, I think, I guess.
Yeah, para sa mga contractors, nakikita mo talaga yun. Tama,
Yeah.
tama ka. Pag sabi nila, oh, you wanna take photos at my wedding, what's your daily rate? Tama talaga.
Oo nga.
Pero sa yung trabaho na parang mas normal, hindi yung rate hindi madalas. Pero kahit ganun, yung mga Pilipino sinasabi nila, anong rate mo? Anong rate mo sa grocery store na yun?
Daily wage kasi siya. So, okay. That makes sense. So, yeah, I guess here daily rate yung tawag din. You can also call it that. Kasi parang people get paid by the day din here eh.
I mean, Philippine English is just like any other English. It's just a unique dialect. You know, kahit dito sa Canada, may dialect din kami, di ba?
Low-bat is another thing pala. I'm not sure if you've heard.
There's a lot of abbreviations like that na galing English pero hindi uso sa Canada. Kunyari yung KJ, 'di ba? OP, ano pa, marami ganoon talaga. Low-bat. Anong paborito mong bagay sa buhay mo dyan?
Siguro mabait kasi talaga yung mga tao dito. Like, I feel na sobrang dalas ko mawala. Like, my sense of direction is absolute garbage. So, ask me to go somewhere, I probably ask like 3 people along the way kung paano pumunta somewhere. Kaya, kapit ako sa GPS ko, sa navigation apps ko. Kaya, I'm absolute trash. Yeah, so people are nice. Like, they're really willing to help. Minsan, ihahatid ka pa nga doon na parang, I'll go with you na lang, diba? So, yeah, I think so. That's something I really appreciate. Kasi, while it also is present naman sa ibang cultures, dito parang gusto ko talaga nilang tulungan, which for me is really nice din.